Hi everyone and welcome to Creating with Ali. In today's video I'm going to use these little hearts to create some fragrance diffusers for inside the wardrobe. Now I got this idea from this person whose name is now up on the screen, and I thought I'd run you through my process here today in case you wanted to do the same. So I am going to be using Resin-Crete, and it is a powdered solution that when mixed with water forms a type of plaster, a polymer plaster, and it is able to be demolded in around 30 minutes, which is really exciting. So here in front of me I have got 240 grams of that Resin-Crete, and I'm going to add in 80 grams of water and give that a bit of a mix. You can see it bubbling now, so it's having a little bit of a reaction. So I'm just using a spoon, which I only ever use for this particular job. I don't tend to get it all over my hands, so I'm not too worried about wearing gloves at the moment either. So it's not plaster of Paris, it's different to that because there are some polymer components to it. So I'm going to give this a good mix. Now to colour this one today, I've been having a little bit of play with different ways to colour Resin-Crete. I've used mica powders and I've used some inks, and they've all had varying degrees of success. I'll show you two examples of that once we're finished here. But I'd like these hearts to be pinkish in colour. So to this little mix, I'm going to add in some cool red acrylic paint. So I'm just giving it a bit of a squeeze. You can add in whatever amount you want to get to the colour that you desire, and it usually dries a little bit lighter than what it is that you have in the container. Now in order for these to diffuse some smell, I am adding in, I'm going to add in today, and this is where the experiment comes in, some essential oils. So I have this vanilla, and I'm going to put in some of this essential oil. I'm thinking maybe a cupful. There we go. And hopefully that may be enough. I did find with this particular essential oil that it doesn't really have a strong pungent smell, so it's one of those cheap ones that I've managed to purchase from somewhere. But anyway, we will give that a little bit of a try. And I do have a lot in of Resin-Crete here mixed in. You know what? Let's do 2 cupfuls. I'm getting a bit on my fingers, which is never a good thing. I'm just going to, I don't even think this was a full thing of vanilla, to be honest. Just wipe my hands because I've got it on my fingers. Alright, that's better. Alright. Get about 10 minutes working time with Resin-Crete, and I'm going to fill up all the hearts that you see here, but I'm also got a coaster off to the side just in case I do have lots. So once I've given it a good mix, just get it off my spoon, put the spoon on the paper towel, give it a good wipe so it's nice and clean for next time when I want to use it for mixing. And then we'll bring the hearts in and I'll pour these off. Now I keep reusing these paper cups. Once it dries, you just sort of squish the paper cup and it will come apart and can be just placed in the bin. So just giving these a tap, just a little tap, to get rid of any bubbles that might be lying around, and give this a little bit of a tap as well. And we're going to leave this for 30 minutes in place and come back and have a look at that in a little bit. But just before I go, this is a little bit of leftover that I had. Now this was tinted with some Payne's Grey acrylic paint, and I just put like a little blob in there, and this has made a bit of a coaster. That's what this is going to look like. This will be pink, which you'll see in a little while, and that I use to put my glass on when I'm here in the studio and I do have a drink with me. This little pot here is also a mould, and I've coated it with some triple thick varnish, and the colour that you see here has been made with mica powders. So I used a gold mica powder, which just made the green colour, and this one here was a blue one that I had. So again, it has gotten very, very faint, but I do quite like the pot itself. This was another experiment. So this was a blue acrylic paint that I tried, and again, it kind of went a little bit funny in different spots. I didn't quite have enough, and I had to do a bit of an extra pour as well, which left it this. So acrylic paint does tint up the Resin-Crete, no problem. And this one here, that was the Payne's Grey, so the same that I did with this. But before I poured it into the mould, I brushed the mould out with some mica, some gold mica. So that has stuck to the top lid of this. It fits on another jar. I've got the bottom piece off to the side there. So there are some things that you can do to tint. But I tried the alcohol inks. You know, sometimes you get the alcohol refillers for ink pads. I tried that, and I've tried some alcohol ink, and not so good. Didn't work real well. So I wouldn't recommend using those types of inks. But any mica powders, the acrylic paint seems to work really well. And of course, any resin dyes that you might be able to purchase for yourself, or pigment dyes that you can purchase online. So there's some options for you. All right, let's let this dry, and I'll pop back when it's ready. Okay, it's been around 30 minutes, so let's take a look. They probably still need a little bit more drying time. Yeah, they do actually, because that's still a bit wet, so I'm going to leave these for a little bit longer. Never mind. I can't really make any smell out of them, but I'm not too worried about that, because the Resin-Crete is actually really, really porous, and if I were to sort of drop some essence oils on there, it absolutely would be okay. It's actually really interesting. It's crumbling apart. Maybe the oil has made it really, really soft. So let's give this a little bit more drying time before we come back and take another look. All right, I've left these for an hour or two, because when I went to take the very first one out, it was all crumbly, and I thought that the oil has actually wrecked all of them, but what I soon realized is that this is now incredibly stiff. Obviously with the acrylic paint and the essential oil added in, it just needed that little bit extra time. So these will come out of the mold beautifully now. There is a mild scent of the vanilla coming through. So we've got a whole pile of these. Get rid of those in the bin. I'll give those molds a wipe down later. Some of the edges are a little bit funny, but that's okay. It just meant that I needed to jiggle it a bit more to get those in there. And I'll make sure that the mold is really clean the next time. It was pretty clean. There was nothing wrong with it. And this is the coaster one. So I'll see if I can get this out without it busting or doing anything silly. Yeah, it's still quite fragile. There we go. So there's the pink coaster, which I actually really love. So I'm going to use a little bit of let it sit for another day. And I might even just, even though I know that it's got the smell in it, I still might seal that so that I can use it. Just put that to the side. So now I've got our little hearts. We're going to have to decorate them. Then I was going to use these stickers, but I use them on another project because I'm filming two projects at once here. I'm toggling between the two. It's probably why you see my hands got all different colours on them. And I found that it doesn't stick very well. Obviously, they're just clear stickers. If I had transfer stickers, different story. But nonetheless, these stickers are amazing. I mean, look at them. You get about 40 sheets in a pack through Temu. So a really good bargain. And definitely will be using those in lots of other projects, but not specifically this one. So let's pop those back in the pack. So what I did is I hunted around, tried to find my rub-ons, but I can't find the rub-ons. I can find my letter ones, but I cannot for the life of me find any of the others. So let's leave that for now. So I found another embellishment box. All right, this thing is ridiculous. I hadn't looked in here for years. Now I realise why. But it does have these lovely sort of papery pieces. It's got some felt purple hearts. So I thought I might just pull out these bits, and I might do some layering on top, because I don't want to seal these for the simple reason that the smell has to come out of them. So if I was to seal it, then you're not going to get that smell come out. And the whole purpose of this particular activity was to make sure that that these were some smelly little hearts that could go into the wardrobe and maybe keep your clothes smelling fresh, or put them in the car and have it as an air freshener. I don't know. Right, so I do have quite a few of these purple colour. I'm going with that because I've got all sorts of weird things like geckos and what have you in here. So just pulling out those pieces and focus on these hearts. So I think if I layer the two flowers and just put a little flower on the front and maybe a little piece of purple ribbon, that would look good. We can go dark purple, the pink. I've got some of these. The white one's a bit of an odd one out if I wanted to keep them sort of looking the same. So I don't mind the look of those ones with the little one in there. We can swap that out. All right. Now with the hearts, I'm just going to use hot glue. There it is. Oh, it's a bit much, but anyway. And just pop that there. And then grab, just pop a little bit more glue there. Try not to get too much this time. There we go. Give it a rhinestone. And then attach this, there's strings everywhere, to the front of the heart. Like so. And then I'm going to attach the heart here. So I'm going to just put a little string of glue down the back so I can get it onto the ribbon. Like so. And then flip it over carefully. A little bit more glue so we don't have the ribbon pulling apart. And then we need our heart for the back. So this back heart is going to be layered up with a lot more glue. I mean, I'm a bit overkill with the glue, but that's okay. And put it together like so. Now I'm not going to press too tight, I'm just going to press until it's there. You'll see that there's a gap, obviously, because the ribbon's holding it there, but there should be enough glue from what I put on there, so I made it nice and thick to hold those two pieces together. So there is going to be a little bit of a gap there. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a second one, and this is going to be the one with the felt heart. Again, I'm going to put a little rhinestone in the middle, like so. Attach the heart on, so I can eyeball it. Carefully flip it over. Make sure the ribbon is stuck. Grab another backing heart and load it up so that it can fill in the gap. There we go. And I'm going to need to put in another glue stick. So I don't get my big fingers in it because I don't want to get burnt today. There we we are. And then turning those over, and I'm just going to cut the ribbon off at an angle down the bottom. So you could do one way and then do the other if you wished, or you could keep them both the same. And that is one of the fresheners. This could be hanging over a coat hanger. So that's one. I'm going to go ahead and do some of the others. Alright, managed to get through all these and burnt myself at the same time, even though I didn't want to. So these are all the different variations that I did. So I've got the single one where I didn't loop over the ribbon in a double way. I just hot glued it to make a loop at the top and just put a little bit of ribbon in behind. Still a bit of string around. There is some dampness underneath them, which means that the heat has obviously drawn out some of the oils that are there. Here you can see the gap, but I'm not too concerned with that. I mean, it's not like you're going to see it from the front. And these are the double ups. Again, just with a single ribbon for those two. And then you could always just have it on its own, or as a little one on its own as well. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video today and seeing another way that you could use Resin-Crete to create a little diffuser for some essential oils. Thanks for sticking around and watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.